Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Megan.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is
K2K.
K2K.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo. We're coming into the new year with cozy vibes. We're not here to stress out. We're not here to pressure you. We're not pressuring ourselves,
Right.
People say, new year, new me. It can be, but you don't have to put the heavy pressure on yourself. You can just glide on into the new year one day at a time.
Right. And I think people always feel like they have to set like resolutions or intentions for the new year. And it's great if you do, but like statistically, January is the most reported of feeling disappointed in oneself and the most reported depression in people versus any other month of the year.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
For a reason.
Because you look back on the year behind you and you're like, what have I done? Did I do anything? That's how I felt when I turned 30. I had a whole crying session for 3 months. But I'm 34 now, so I'm over that, I think. But no, for sure. I totally understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is for anyone that, you're feeling behind. This episode is for you. Because you're not behind. You're right on time.
Yes.
Everything happens when it's supposed to.
And they have this phrase now called late bloomers, which kind of honestly sounds like such a grandma term, and I hate it.
That does sounds like me. I'm only a late bloomer.
But really, it's just about like there's a typical timeline people feel like, when you're in your 20s and your 30s and kids, and then like 40s, 50s, you're saving for retirement, yada, yada, yada. But we live in a different world than we used to live in 100 years ago.
100 years ago.
I feel like everything in everyone's lives got changed during COVID, and I don't think anything's the same anymore.
No, COVID just, the whole world, COVID just wrecked everybody, and it just changed our brain chemistry. I don't know how we feel about vaccinations, but I swear, I took the Pfizer first two, and I think I did notice, people say they have had a lot of issues who have taken those shots. People had more lungs and hearts. I feel like my lungs have never been the same since then. And they could have been having COVID, that too, but just after that shot, I noticed a difference in my body.
Yeah.
But that's just a weird thing I've just noticed personally. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist here, but it just changed not only mentally, but physically. Maybe changed a little bit because I think I had COVID before it became an actual word in America. Maybe like a few weeks before they said, hey, this is a thing. I remember lying in bed thinking, this is how I die. I don't know what I have, but I'm going to die.
No,
here alone.
Same. Like my sister and I went to New Year's Eve. December 31st, right before COVID started, and came back so sick. It was like a month and a half, and I thought I was going to die.
Now we know what it was.
I know with the vaccine, I did get more like bruising, I noticed.
Yeah.
But I also know like without the vaccine, I probably would have died in Korea because like when I had it there, it was so bad, and like I could tell it would have been worse.
I guess it's like the flu shot thing.
Yeah.
You get the flu shot and you get really sick. I can't tell you the last time I had a flu shot.
Oh, really?
But I don't get the flu though either. So
I'm chronically ill, so I always get
Sarah definitely needs her shots though.
Just had COVID actually.
Don't listen to me.
But yeah, like some people, like especially for me, like vaccines don't stop you from getting something. They limit how bad the symptoms are when you get it.
Yes.
So for me, like even though it's only like 25-30% efficacy rate for people that are immune suppressed,
I like that word, yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. No, any little bit to help you in your boost your immune system is definitely going to help. Yep, 100% agree. I don't know why we're talking about COVID. But anyway, new year, new us, everybody. I mean,
even though we're apparently stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Past the COVID.
But you know what? It's okay to reflect because this goes part of today's episode is, building new habits, but also reflecting on yourself. Like, what do I want to change about myself or my circumstances or what I'm doing, all this stuff. What do I want to change?
Right.
And building a healthy, mindful way to change that for yourself. And I told Sarah one of the books that helped me that's really cool is Atomic Habits. James Clear has a really good book for changing your habits, but building it in a productive and more chill way that doesn't force you hey, when you start the gym, everybody starts the gym for the new year, and you think of those hardcore trainers you're gonna get down and you're gonna do 50 push-ups right now. This is not how it is. But if you want to change and you want to have a new outlook on life and be better for yourself and everybody around you, baby steps. He always talks about the 1%. You don't have to like do like everything in one day or 1 week, but small changes to each of your habits will build up over time. Not doing nothing, guess what? Nothing will change or happen.
Right.
So, but just that one little small change, like, I don't know, turn the lights off when you leave your bedroom. Just like small habits that start. But
yeah, like start with small little changes. And I think a lot of the times, especially in the New Year's, when people try to make so many big changes, you burn out so quick because you're like,
that's exactly
judging so much difference in your life. And
right.
Most people don't like change, and even the people that say they do like change, your nervous system does not like change.
That's me. That's because I've made myself understand life is always going to change. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter, and that's not in a negative way. Like, things are always going to change, and it's just how it is. But sometimes I still get major anxiety if I have plans mentally in my head for my days off.
Yeah.
And my family's like, can you do this and this and this for me? And I'm like, oh my God, you've changed my mental plans. But it's not a big deal, though. It's really not. That's one of my personal stuff for this year. In my book called Lighter, it's the Pablo, I have to find it, but he, I follow him on, he writes poetry, but also has a book.
Oh, and, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think his book's over here, actually, but, you and I have him on Instagram, too, but I've been reading that book, and, he made me think that...
Pueblo Young.
Yes, that's his name, yep. I really like him.
Young Pueblo.
Yeah, that's not even his real name. That's just his... By the way, that's just his book is like...
like his
we both... I felt it go through our brains and then leave at the same time.
It's like not marksmanship, not pen name. Pen name,
yeah. That's his pen name. But he talks about... He was talking about something I had read, and I can't remember exactly the context, but it made me think... It's about reflecting on yourself. Even though people don't want... We've talked about this many times, but looking at yourself in the mirror and realizing, what are my faults? What are things that I personally need... You know what? I do this habit. I don't like it. Let me flip it in my brain. Like, instead of getting mad at something automatically, think about it. Like, why am I mad? Why is this happening? And just go through the whole thought process. And as soon as you think about it, well, you know what? It's actually not that bad.
Right.
Like... I hate vanilla sprinkles so much, and like, you know what? I just don't like the taste of them, and it's not really that big of a deal. It's just vanilla sprinkles. You just kind of work your way down from the escalatingness. Yep. So I'm really trying to, in my mind, things that I wish I would do better or say better or whatever. I'm like, okay, in my head, I imagine me flipping the switch or flipping it over. Like, okay, let me think about it this way instead of this way.
Right.
So it's kind of just slowly, I want to change my mindset more personally. And that's kind of from the books that I read and also Atomic Habits too. There's a lot like the 1%. If I can just change this little tiny habit, once a day in the week, and it's okay to fall backwards. You can get back up. Just don't like fall down the canyon and never get back up again.
Yeah, don't just lay there and let the buzzards pick at you.
I tried for one day I don't know whatever you're doing. I tried it for one day and now I give up because nothing ever works out for me. That's a bad mindset. No. But that's kind of one of my own personal goals for the year. I don't know if you have any personal little small things that you are like, you know what, I want to do better at this or that.
I'm going to hate myself for it because it's my worst, but being more organized.
Oh, yeah. That's for me too. This is for me and you right here.
It's so bad.
Mine's not even organized. It's just... This is a habit thing. Putting things where they should go instead of throwing them on the floor. It's an ADHD thing, though, too.
Yeah.
We see it.
Like having, when I walk in, I have a shoe rack. Are there shoes on the rack? Yes. But is there a bunch of other stuff? Yes. Like, I always have the crap drawer. You know what I mean? And I need to make places where things go.
My brain's like, where do you put it, though? You know, like, where do they... Because it's hard to... We're going deep into ADHD brains, I feel like. Like, how do you organize, like, random stuff like that? Like, where do you exactly... You don't have that much room, like, organizing room for that stuff. So it's just like, do I just consolidate it into the same drawers like the batteries? And do I put the pins in the battery pack,
Yeah.
That's just how I break it down. Like, where exactly am I putting this?
I think it's also because we tend to accumulate more things than other people do because they bring us joy.
They do. Dopamine high.
Yeah. And that's the hard part with, like, you've probably heard of Marie Kondo, but, like, what sparks joy, you know?
Yes,
but when everything sparks joy for you, that's hard.
That doesn't work for us.
When everything's giving you that dopamine, like this, love it.
I saw that.
I might have this in 15 years. And it's like, has this sparked joy for too long? Possibly. You know what I mean? Like,
he's adorable, though.
That's when you have to.
It's we open presents with each other. That's one of the things that I got Sarah was Lucifer. Yeah. Yes. From Cinderella. It is hard, though, because I just don't think people sometimes also care about understanding your ADHD or whatever you have.
Yeah.
So they don't really. They just come at you and assuming like you're just a garbage collector and blah blah blah, and you're dirty and you're never gonna be clean or you're lazy, and they just don't think about you.
It's a lot of that self-reflection statements, Megan.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's. I think that's you know what, I think this year, the year of the horse, it's forward movement, it's doing things you want to do and get going. But I think this year, let's call it also, is the year of self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Look at yourself and think, you know what, okay, how can I change how I look at the world or myself or things around me to help me be a better person and achieve the goals and ambitions that I have in life.
Right, yeah. And I guess my other one, too, is continuing my weight loss journey, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's I was, for a few days there when I was sick of COVID, I forgot to take my ADHD medicine. And let me tell you, even though I could not smell or taste anything, and it's such a weird word to say, oral fixation, but I've got that, especially when I'm off the medicine. Like, I've got to either be, like, chewing gum or eating candy, and my dentist hates me for it. But it's just, like, I have to have something, or I bite my nails.
That's been
so I cut them so short, because I was like, I'm not letting myself get to that again.
No, I know exactly what you're, because I've been not taking that one medicine for months now, but I've been noticing that I just want, like, at work, especially when it gets slow, I'm like, I need to chew on some gum, I need some candy.
You need that little snap of
I need a little stimulation,
yeah.
And I'm just watching and catching Pokemon all day. It's not working for me. I caught today, Pokemon Go was Piplups for like 2 hours, and I have like 500 something candies for Piplups now. I have 5 shinies and only 1 2-star.
Oh,
the rest were 1 or 0.
Oh wow,
I hate you.
So talking about Pokemon Go, I guess?
Pokemon Go, yeah.
I didn't know if the new game also did the star thing like Pokemon Go did or not. When you were...
No, I don't think so. Well, you know, it looks at the whole battle ratings, honestly, but yeah. No, but so this year, we're going to call... You know what? K2K is going to call this year the year of reflection and how we can build it. But this doesn't happen... This is why we started this. This doesn't have to happen right away.
Yeah.
Take it slow. Take time to get to know yourself and process this stuff. Like, you know what? I've noticed I do this a lot, and I feel like I would be better or do better if I change it and do it this way. You know, just like, I don't know, just think about it a little bit.
I think, like, the biggest tip with that, too, is you're noticing it in yourself, but don't notice it because you're comparing it to someone else.
Yeah.
Because the easiest way for, like, these types of resolutions or, like, goals for yourself to burn out is because you're constantly holding it to, like, someone you know that's, like, super fit and always works out.
Social
like,
media. Yeah,
because you're not...
Media.
If you've never worked out before and you start working out, you're not going 6 days a week. There's no way you're going to keep up that tempo unless you build it up.
I think needing to have a realistic and also understanding your body. So I think a lot of these people that you see on Instagram and stuff, there's a lot of them that do work really hard and they put the effort in, they do the work. But not everybody's like that, and everybody's body is different.
Right.
So I think you just need to find a happy place, a happy medium. Like, test things out, try different things, and see what works best for you personally. Like you said, not everything's going to work for... Like, you know, Susie over here has been a fitness model for 10 years, and she says she's credited it all to her working out, but we know secretly now that she's been built in a different way.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, so don't feel bad, because everybody's born different for a reason. We're not all meant to look the same. We all have different unique personalities and looks and things that make us perfect and unique how we are. So,
right.
And I know it's so hard, because it's hard for me sometimes to think like that, because the world wants people to look at one certain person or figure, whoever, like, oh, this is how everybody should look. Because we see the TV stars and, and all their work done on their faces and, like, you know what, if you want to do that, I get it, but you don't have to. Like, I just want people to know you don't have to. You could, but being healthy is a thing, though, too.
Right.
Should try to be healthy and be mindful of your health. Because that's all we have. We don't have healthiness, we're in trouble.
That's true. But, and healthy doesn't mean, like, super skinny. It doesn't
mean
limiting on your calories, but it also doesn't mean, like, being, like, to a point where it's like, well, it's healthy for me not to keep myself from doing the things I like to enjoy.
Yes.
Like, that doesn't mean it's okay to do drugs just because you're not limiting yourself. It's not okay to overeat to the point that you're sick and, like, harming yourself. Like, moderation is key to everything.
Yeah. Yes, amen. Moderation and everything, which is hard for ADHD also.
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't binge watch this K-drama I just found out in one day?
Or play Ghost of Yotei for 9 hours.
Yes, you gotta do. I'm gonna have to look into that because I think I remember watching it on TikTok.
It's so good.
And the graphics were really good on it, the storytelling. So we've been talking about game stuff.
So good.
One of the things we talked about fitness models in the gym. Don't. That's me. I tend to. In the past, the old Megan. This Megan still, like, looks at things like, I wish I looked like that. Because I have always been curvy. Let's use the word curvy, I feel like. I've always had a chest. And I feel like definitely working at PCOS is me. Because my lady time has been worse for me personally. Mm-hmm. And I just cannot. This right here is just always the same. It's never gone down, really. So I really feel like I need to, talking about, new year, new me, new things I need to do, get done, is find somebody that, a good, like, not even holistic doctor, but one who's really geared on women and women's health, and figuring out, okay, if I have PCOS, what's my next goal? Because I really don't personally want to take birth control.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
If there's something that I could change, or there's certain, like, vitamins, or just eating better, I would like to change personally for myself.
No, I get that. I think for me, like, I had to because my periods were
you were
insane.
Getting pretty bad.
But even with that, like, you still hormonal weight with PCOS is just abysmal. So I think it's about, like, finding what your body needs and what it doesn't need, and finding a doctor that can support that.
Right, exactly, because I literally watched this on TikTok yesterday. It was a guy doing it, and he was acting like the doctor and the patient with the woman, and he's like, well, it looks like, you just need to lose weight. She's like, I can't because I have PCOS, or I can't, it's hard. He's like, well, I think if you lose weight, it'll help everything. She's like, what do you mean I can't?
But I can't lose the weight
because
it's not working. Yeah.
So I think if you just lost weight, you'd feel better. Because, they just don't, like, we understand that, but we have a hard time losing it because of the said thing. But that's a whole different thing for another day.
Yep.
Where do you feel behind on anything right now?
Going a little bit back to the social comparison, there was a girl that I went to college with that I saw post randomly about her weight loss journey on Facebook. And she's lost so much weight a lot quicker than I did. I don't know how she did it, I don't know what her methods were, but I feel behind on that part just because, like, I mean, I know, like, I've lost, like, 61 pounds, but
that's great.
It doesn't, I don't see it. I still have the body dysmorphia. Like, I don't see that weight loss in me, really.
I understand.
I don't really feel it. And then seeing someone else who's lost so much that I can physically see.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel it in your clothes? So sometimes I feel like the biggest indicator of losing weight is your clothes.
Yeah, like my pants are too loose to the point where I either need to get them tailored or buy new ones.
That's how I kind of look at it. Like, I go by my clothes, how they fit. So I'm like, oh, I'm definitely almost on my period, or I've ate too much junk food for the week because my belly's, like, a little bit too tighter than usual around some jeans. But I think a clothing one's kind of a healthy indicator. Like, how do my clothes fit? Because the body dysmorphia is really hard. I totally... Because some days I really just have to look in the mirror if I get in the shower and turn my music on, shake my booty, and, like, look how hot I am. Or not, I'll cry sometimes. So the body dysmorphia doesn't take over. I think everybody has their own ways.
I think I also feel behind on the self-love journey a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes it's it's easy being the therapist and telling other people, like, you need to work on your, your self-worth and your self-care and how you take care of yourself, but then, like, you go home and, like, you realize you haven't eaten all day.
You feel like imposter syndrome a little bit, because we talk about, like, the stuff on here a lot, and we're telling you what we've read, what we've done, experienced, and then I'm sitting here, like, knee deep in, like, a bag of chips, and, like, on my fifth K-drama, bawling my eyes out. I'm like, oh my God, I just hate everything. I hate myself. But we want you to know it's okay to have those days. Just don't let it happen every day. Like, let yourself feel those emotions, let it out,
just
and don't get stuck in it. Move on from it. Because I find that if I just stay in my house too much, if I don't get actually out, I feel like, home buddy sounds like being fun, but my mental health, I can't mentally stay in the house too long. I've learned that, because I had 4 days off, and 2 of the days I didn't leave really the house or do anything, and that really started getting to me a little bit. Like, it's probably where those dreams came from too, and I'm starting to get real stir crazy, and I'm starting to feel like, oh my God, everything's not working out for me.
Yeah.
It's a new year. So that's why we're having this episode, because everything is really fine. I went back to work, guys, and I feel great now. But I didn't work out either, though. I hadn't worked out in a few days, so I didn't get that dopamine. I didn't release those endorphins in my body, so I didn't work out, didn't do anything, just stayed. Now, it was kind of nice on New Year's Day to lay in my pajamas all day. I did take a shower, but I put my pajamas back on and just laid around, so I didn't feel too bad that day, but also you gotta get out in the public. The public is scary, but sometimes you just gotta get out and do things.
That's true. And I think the more social media grows...
I hate to admit that, but you really have to get out some.
Yeah.
Because it could be fear-mongering, too. Some things that you see online can be scary, It makes... I saw, like, people pickpocketing in, like, Paris.
Oh, yeah.
These streamers would go over there, and these guys were coming after them, trying to steal their stuff, and I'm watching people get things stolen. I'm like, why am I on this? Somebody get this off my algorithm. Yeah. But it starts stressing me out, and I'm like, okay, I can't go anywhere now. I can't travel. It's just awful. It just went down a bad rabbit hole for me.
You've already got a little bit of the paranoia when we travel anyway.
I do. So. I just would rather be aware of what's going to happen than not be aware. Like, I just don't want to be oblivious.
Better to be safe than sorry.
I know, and that's really how it is. I just like to be aware of what's going on. Mm-hmm. If someone's going to come at me, I'm going to have to fight for us. I don't know. One of my ex-boyfriends, I thought, man, he's not going to defend me. I'm going to have to defend both of us. Not that he's a bad person, but, like, yeah, I was bigger than him. I'm going to have to fight for us. Something happens. Do you have any expectations weighing on you this year? I think
maybe just to continue, like, growing as a therapist, job-wise, to me, feels like that's the biggest expectation, because I'm still new to it. Like, it hasn't been a year yet. It won't be a year till like May. Right. So it's just, like, I feel like I have grown a lot in it already, but I should be doing more things. Like, I should be looking into, like, going to seminars. I should be looking into, like, taking classes and getting certified in more different types of techniques and stuff.
It's that self-criticism. We're pressuring ourselves already, everybody, but we're not doing that. We're just healthy expectations of ourselves. Like, okay, I would like to be able to do more of this year.
But also us sharing, like, our personal takes with this.
Right.
It's to help you see, too, that it's not just you.
No,
and it's
exactly.
not like everyone's got it going on. They've got the motivation, and you're the only one who's stuck. It's like everyone is stuck in certain parts of their lives. Like, the whole point of living is to keep working on ourselves.
We are not going to be those social media people that lie to you and tell you that everything's okay all the time.
Yeah.
It is. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine to the part of you should live.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. No, yeah. There are going to be ups and downs, but you don't have to let them take you over.
Yeah.
I think is the biggest thing.
Right.
You make that mental thing of, like, you know what? This isn't going to control me. I control me.
Yeah.
That kind of situation.
No, I agree, because it's important. Like,
it's very important.
Do you feel like there's anything right now that is limiting you in your life that makes you feel like you're behind? Like, something you want to get past or try to get past this year?
I still have sometimes the imposter syndrome a little bit, or I don't really have anything, like, weighing on me, because I was thinking about that too. Like, is there anything weighing on me? I think where I've upgraded my mental state, a lot of things don't bother me, but there's some things that I want to do better at and be better at is like doing more for the podcast and creating more things, being more creative and putting that out there. And also definitely like want to reach out to more people. Like I really Dive Studios, we would love to do a collab.
We would. That would be really fun.
This is my message to you.
Yeah, especially since they also cover more serious topics too, while they also they cover some more lighthearted topics too. I think that would be a really fun kind of mix mash.
I think they should come to my basement. Come to my house, everybody.
Realistically, we can drive down to Atlanta. That's or wherever it is. You know what I mean? Like
we will come.
You don't have to come to Megan's.
We will come to the party. No, but like, there's nothing. I can't think of anything really. I would definitely like to. I need to make more money.
Yeah, that I feel in my soul.
That's just not me being like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I just know I need to because I don't want to get behind on. I don't want to get behind on bills. I want to be able to afford things. Yep. I don't want to go somewhere.
BTS tour is getting announced.
It's happening, everybody. This is not a drought.
On January 14th, I think is what that thing said.
Which usually means about a week after that.
Tickets.
So we're going to talk about that later probably. But no, but for sure, it's just... I want to be the fearless Megan. More so all the time. And mine is a lot depending on my hormone cycle, though, I've noticed.
Oh, okay.
Because my hormone cycle really affects my mood. I really try to be consistent, but I can tell when it's about time, for the lady time, and like when I'm down, my ups. So I really want to be more always fearless and just go for it, because last year, if we reflect a little bit, this talks about atomic habits too, I think, actually, but you can think you have to be super prepared for something. Like, I'm still not ready for this. I don't have all my ducks in a row. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to use a camera. I don't know how to use this. Yeah. I don't know how to speak in front of people. I don't know. If we let all that bog us down, we would have never started this or done this.
Right.
And also, being on camera is a big shock for your body.
It is. It even still is. Like Megan said right when we started filming, like it's like she gets nervous right before we start filming.
Yeah.
I get like very spaced, and I've noticed even when
my brain did. I'm like, what the heck were we talking about?
I tend to always go into the passive mode, even when I'm nervous, like, or even just like right now where I feel like I should be talking, but sometimes I just feel like I sit back in my head because I'm trying to really think about what I want to say.
Yes. Which is good because I just go,
But I honestly wish I was more like that. Like, I wish I could just come out and say things more without having to overthink how I word them.
But when you say it, though, it's very thoughtful. That's why I like it. Because when you actually think about it, it comes out very thoughtful. And you're just like, here's another take on this, but in a more educated way. And I'm like, that's it, Sarah. She's got it.
More educated, or me just taking the time to think about it for a second. Because I also think that's sort of a slight trauma response.
Oh.
Of, like, having to make sure that you word things the right way so you don't upset people.
It's like when our friend gets drunk, she cleans because she doesn't want to get yelled at for not cleaning.
She doesn't even know she's cleaning.
She didn't know. I had no idea.
I think about that a lot.
I do, too. I'm like, she had no idea. We just watched her. We started noticing. We're like...
She's like, no, I got it. I can clean up. You guys go relax. We're like, okay. And then next day, she's like, what did I do last night?
You cleaned while you were drinking, girl. You're drunk.
Yes.
I wish that would happen to me when I was drinking.
Yeah,
I wish it happened to me sober.
I want to sing karaoke. I want to have fun, or I want to sleep.
I get sleepy, or I'm like, hey, everybody.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. No, I don't know what we're talking about now. So I've always lost it. Okay, anyway.
Hold on, let me get back on my... This is for editing Megan later.
What did last year take out of you that people didn't see?
As you know, I had kind of like a blow up with a friend group I was in.
Ah, yeah. I know the dates on that.
To me, I think it was just hard because I never want someone to see me as someone who isn't, like, considerate.
I like to preface that she is not the bad person. Just so you know.
Megan's also protective. But
well,
I feel like it was
I'm a Libra. I see it.
I don't ever want someone to see me as being a bad person if it's not my intention. You know what I mean? But that's something I think it just took a part of me to realize that, like, even if people like you and think you're nice, that doesn't mean they want to be your friend. It doesn't mean that they actively are trying to be your friend. They're just including you or being nice to you because they feel like they have to. And there's a difference between, like, actual friends and the people that are there in your life because of situations where, like, would they be there if they didn't have to be? Probably not. Right. So it's like, for me, I think it, not naivety, but it took a part of something similar of that away from me, I think. Which is a good thing, I guess. But I also don't want to lose the part of me that always wants to see the good in people.
Right.
So I'm trying to...
It is, that's, I think, talking about me changing my mindset on things, how I think about things, is sometimes I don't see the good people right away. I'm back and forth, but I just want to see people for how they are. With their, like, your actions speak louder than your words. And I think with their actions, it really showed you how.
Right, yeah. At least it showed me where I stood in the friend group, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Was there something this year that got taken out of you that might not have been noticeable?
Nothing that was like... I don't really have anything bad that was... My year's been pretty fulfilling in many ways. I think this year, and near the end of the year, I've learned to be patient more with people. I have to be careful in, like, relationships, like, probably more romantic, of losing myself a little bit.
Right, yeah.
So trying to learn how to regulate, to keep myself grounded, because I do want to make people happy, and I want them to see the best in me, and I want them to like me, but I have to remember, I have to be able to maintain myself and be who I am at the same time, and keep going for my goals. And it's almost like working together, being patient. I've learned to, like, if someone's having a hard time, instead of being like, you know what, you should be focused on me, you should be talking to me constantly, you shouldn't be focused on yourself, I don't care if you're going through a bad time.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, that would be like the old mindset. Or you see on social media, people really want you to sacrifice. You should sacrifice everything for love. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like real love to me, though.
It doesn't.
It's not real love. So I think love is also caring for someone, even if romantically or not, is if this person's having a hard time and they're rebuilding their life, or something's happened to them and they need that time to work on themselves. Because I don't want someone coming at me that's really broken to many pieces, and I can help them, but I can't rebuild them. They have to rebuild themselves.
And you shouldn't have to give away so much of yourself to either meet that person's standards or to receive that love that you're looking for.
Exactly.
Just because there's something missing in the other person.
Yes. But I respect people like that, and I respected my friend who, you know, I would call it my friend, but I respect them because they don't take it out on me, and they've been working on themselves. And I respect that a lot. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes it's okay not to be all up in them and wanting them constantly and needing that reassurance all the time, because you're your own reassurance. You don't need someone else's reassurance all the time.
Right.
So I think later in the year I've learned to be more patient, and then us creating, like, I mentioned the fear earlier, this year too, to keep letting Fearless Megan come out as she did last year, because we created K2K and we interview people and we talk to people, like, who does that? You know? Like,
that's true.
Who does that? And,
no one else that we know.
Not letting it bog us down. And, like, so I think that's another thing that people really didn't see, is, like, the inner turmoil of starting something new and the fear of failure.
Yeah.
But this is never going to be a failure, I don't think, because we're just doing this.
It already hasn't been, from just the comments we've gotten from people.
Oh, no, this is... No, it's never going to be a failure because it's something we both really enjoy and we want to do. So I don't think this is our is it life mission or a thing that we both feel that we should do and be doing, I feel like.
Right.
So that's, to me, either way, like, just being online and chatting with people or doing this is always fun to me.
Plus, it's a really cool way to explore friendship.
Yeah, well, we get to do some crazy stuff.
We do.
Man, we are crazy. But, like, we have learned how each other's mind works and how we work well. We learn, once you get in that flow, we learn how the flow is with each other. So I think that's about a lot of friendships, is learning the flow, too. Mm-hmm. Your friend group, there was just never really a good flow, and everybody was in their own flow, and they didn't want to involve they were just like, I think a lot of them are just selfish, honestly. People, and I can be very selfish. That's another thing that I could definitely reflect on, is sometimes I think it's the ADHD in me. I can be very selfish. Mm-hmm. And because in our minds, when we think of something, we got to get it out because we don't want to forget it and stuff. So I just come off like...
Well, maybe selfish isn't the right word for, like, I feel like that's kind of more self-involved. Like, you're just trying to get through, like, because it's also that impulse that's, like, jumping at you.
Oh, my God. It's just hard because I'm just like a dog on a leash, rearing at somebody to go, and I'm just like, hold her back a little bit longer.
And I think a lot of us get that way when we're upset too.
Yes.
Or when our emotions get really high. So it's really hard to think about how other people feel, but I think it's something everybody needs to work on just a little bit.
It's okay if we get hurt, though. If you feel like hurt and stuff, you can process those feelings, but once again, don't let them ruin your life and bog you down.
I'm not doing a good job.
Letting go of the timeline. Here's another thing.
Oh.
We already kind of mentioned social media, the comparison, and even like in the fandom too, and the fatigue of it, like, just comparing ourselves to our favorite idols or people we see in the gym. We always talk about the gym because that is a big thing you see on social media to compare to.
Yeah.
Sometimes how, being behind means you're actually rebuilding, though, too. Mm-hmm. You're, like I talked about my friend, they're rebuilding stuff. They might feel behind, but they're just rebuilding a part of their life and going after different dreams. And so it's not like you failed, but it's a rebuilding of yourself.
And I think
and who you want to be.
The biggest part of, like, at least a lot of the clients I see with anxiety and stuff, it's because they were holding on to something that they thought was so for sure.
Yes.
And it changed.
Yes.
And it's just like something they can't cope with. Yeah.
They can't cope with what they thought was theirs.
Yeah.
Isn't.
And it can give you, like, lasting anxiety. So it's just like...
That's why the art of... What's that book? The Art of Not Giving a Fuck or whatever.
Oh.
It's art of... we'll call it the art of letting go.
Yeah.
And letting go... Because, it's like you fixate on it. And that's when you're, you just fixate and I have to have this one thing. We're talking about manifesting and stuff like that, like, the more you think about things and you put pressure on it, it's gonna, like, not come at you, but the moment you kind of let go and release the pressure, it's gonna, like, like a hose.
Yeah.
You release the pressure, it's gonna finally flow and come to you. So it's hard because not knowing the outcome or seeing the outcome, but just trusting that when you kind of let go and let that just kind of flow, it will happen eventually. But it's hard not to be in control for control freaks. I'm sorry.
Especially if you have OCD or OCD. It's... Obviously, that's something completely different. But I think for a lot of people, it's hard to let go. Yeah. Just because we get our hopes and our dreams, like, lined up on something. And it's just...
Same. Yeah. I am the same. We get our... And I think we have... When we go, like, we have a dream, and we have these such high expectations of what it should be in our head, and then you get there... It's like, this is not how I planned. This is not how it looked in my head. I think we just overhype some things, too.
Yeah. Like, it's
going to, like, Disney. Going to Chicago. You ever been to Chicago, guys? You think, oh, this looks pretty on TV. And then you go, and you're like, it's not all bad, but, like, there's some areas.
I actually love Chicago, but at the same time, it's got that grittiness.
Like, yeah, there's some areas that you're... Yeah. I'm just like, I'm picked a... Actually, New Orleans is one of those, because it's like, you're like, oh, it's magical, it's New Orleans, and you get... It's stinky.
Most cities are, sadly.
It's not, like, super magical. We get into the Disney fixation, I think, of, like, how, wow, it's magic, but it's different. So sometimes, take it down a notch and be like, be a little realistic. Still have your dreams and stuff and make it like, wow, it's gonna be like this, but keep it like, surface level here. Let's not go too high because you might fall harder when you're disappointed. See, is that more of a coping thing? if I don't think if it's this high, if I'm right here, I won't fall as far down.
Well, I feel like coping is something you do after something's happened. I feel
That's
like
true.
That's more like preparation.
Yeah, I'm more of a preparation kind of person.
Because you know, like, your emotions are going to be on.
I don't have high expectations. I guess you could, and you really shouldn't, because and if it exceeds your expectations, that's great. Then you're gonna dopamine high.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win at the end of the day. Do you have any? We're gonna go with the music for a second.
Okay.
If that's okay. Do you have any songs that we were talking about this and we discussed it with, we were thinking not like comfort songs, but most of our comfort songs are hype songs. We were trying not to pick like hype songs, but I feel like a lot of my songs are hype songs that are comfort songs.
So like when I'm feeling really overwhelmed, if I have to get through the day, it is hype songs. Yes. Constantly until I can finally let go. Mm-hmm. I think if it's like a really bad day, there are a few songs like, if I need to cry and I could tell I need to cry but I can't, if I play "Hurt" by Johnny Cash, it's always gotten me.
So funny.
Yeah. Moksori, Your Voice by, back then, Rap Monster, RM, on June. Okay. I've always listened to that when my anxiety's been bad. I don't know why. It's comforting, like the way he talks about it. I don't know how to explain it.
It's the energy, too. I think when they record these songs, sometimes it's almost, you can feel the energy in that moment. Mm-hmm. Or the whole people that wrote it and produced it and the lyrics. You can feel it, I think, on a personal level. See, I have a lot of hype songs, but there's a few like OSTs, I guess you could say, a lot for me.
Yeah.
I told her earlier the only song I could think of randomly on the fly was RM's Bicycle.
Yes, I love Bicycle.
But it's also like a dopamine loop for me too. But it just has such a good flow, and it's like kind of light and airy, and just like, I don't know, just na na na.
Well, do you know why coping skills work, or how to make them work? So, like, if you listen to something when you're in, like, a calm, not, like, super happy or hyper, but, like, in a calm state of mind, and you associate that song with that, that coping skill, then when you use it when you need it, your body associates it to when you're in a calmer state, so it helps bring you back there.
It's like a meditation coping flow. Yes, for sure. That makes total sense. See?
That's why it's a lot like some people say like therapy is just mind over matter. It really is. It really is.
It's all it is your mind, guys. It's inside your head.
You just have to like train your mind to like know how to calm down when certain things happen. So like just like
that's how I've been living.
Ordinary coping skills, like maybe breathing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is like your senses. So like name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, right? Touch, taste, whatever, smell, and
getting yourself back to reality.
It doesn't work with a lot of people.
No, I try that sometimes, but sometimes if I get like disassociated feeling, I have to like, okay, I'll like imagine my feet being like a tree grounding to the ground. Like, okay, I'm grounding myself. I'm like, okay, I'm here in this moment. I'm here. Because I go to the store sometimes. I can't hardly go to the grocery store, y'all, because
I'm the same way. And I honestly wonder if it's an ADHD thing, too. I
have blinders on because there's just so much, especially if we go hungry. Oh, it's even worse. But no, it's just, I try to really, and sometimes going to the gas station, just going somewhere like by myself, I don't know, sometimes I get a little anxious going to certain places, like stores, and I don't feel relaxed. I kind of get a little nervous, on edge, because I don't know who's in there, who's going to check me out. Am I going to make them happy? Are they going to be mad at me?
Right. And I also think of like, okay, are they watching me? Does it look like I'm stealing something? Are they going to be suspicious of me? Or like...
And so that's the thing that changing my mindset too. I did that today. I went to the gas station to get me some energy drinks, and I'm like, why am I feeling anxious about this? Because no one was there. You couldn't see anybody at the gas pumps. There's nobody lined up. But of course, when I leave, they always say if you have like good energy and stuff, like you attract the people. As soon as I'm leaving, there's like 5 people walking in. I'm like, there's nobody here. It does the Starbucks to me, thank God, all the time I go. And I'm leaving, I'm pulling out from the drive-thru, and there's like a whole line. I'm like, I bring the party. Let's go, everybody. But you're not alone. You're not late. You're not alone. Don't worry about being stressed all the time, everybody.
Yeah.
Let things flow. But, you need to put in some effort, though. You can't just, like, I've learned, and I always think, oh, magically something's going to just happen. Sometimes it does. Don't get me wrong. Magic is there in the atmosphere, but you kind of have to take a few steps forward.
Right, you have to make the effort for it to come true.
You have to make the effort. Yeah. So, I would really recommend reading James Clear's books, Atomic Habit,
which I need to read too,
and Young Pablo.
Yeah,
he's really good. A lot of his poetry, but also his book. So these are like a lot of healthy mindset books too. So I recommend that could be your baby step too. Is how do I do this? What's a good method? Those are some good books to really, or especially James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, is a good place to start.
That's a good recommendation.
If you need a starting point, go on YouTube and Google, how do I start this new habit? There's so many things you can find now.
Yeah.
Or go to a therapist.
True. I feel like if you like following celebrities for motivation, Dwayne Johnson, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I don't know how to explain.
Megan Thee Stallion, my baby girl.
The go-getting attitude is like what I need to get myself motivated. So
I know, it really is. Yeah. I can't tell myself, but sometimes I'm like scrolling through my K-pop place and I'm like, they got them shirt off?
Or, like, if you watch something like Physical 100, like, stuff like that can get me motivated. Like, I just feel like, okay, I can go do this. If they can go pull a boat across sand, I can do this.
What's his name you talked about? Had the cancer. He's in remission.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Awesome. That's great.
Sorry, I forgot his name at the moment, but I have my follow him on Instagram, but he's in remission right now, so thank God. I'm really happy for him, because he was... It's just an ugly thing, and I get it. It's really hard to go through, but, seeing, like, someone you've watched... on TV, and you watch their life. It's like you know them. It goes same for like BTS. How we watch them almost over half their career probably, right? God, it feels like yesterday. I've been in it till like 17 and 18, and it's been years now.
Yeah,
it's so weird how life happens, y'all.
It is.
Well,
if you have ideas of like how to help other people with motivation or like how they feel if they feel behind or stuck or maybe even having an existential crisis, like drop it in the comments, shoot us a message. We would love to like be able to read a bunch of like comments on a video one day.
Yes, y'all please just comment, share with us your comfort songs. Come back to this episode when you start feeling a little heavy. You can laugh at us.
Maybe we can
whatever makes you feel better, y'all.
We'll make like a Spotify playlist of songs. Like if people leave them in the comments somewhere, like we'll just make a big playlist of everybody's.
So the K2 Crew podcast like playlist or whatever. Friends, K2 Friends playlist. It's gonna be the most mosh pit kind of messed up songs in the world, isn't it? This is gonna be a bunch of random songs. It's gonna be great.
It'll be good. Just to slip my
ADHD will love it. Well, guys, we love you.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment. Tell us, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of.
Right.
Hopefully not our faces, because we love you guys. My name is Megan.
And I'm Sarah.
And this was
K2K.
K2K.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Hang in there. Happy New Year.
You can do it. You can do it all night long. Bye, y'all. You got this. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine.